Hey everybody, it's Algol Gaming. Doing something a little different this time. We are also live streaming. So if you're not watching the live stream, which you probably aren't because there's not many people in there right now, mainly because if you don't follow me on Facebook or Twitter, you wouldn't really know I was doing it. So you should probably do that if you ever want to watch me do live streams. But I'm also going to be recording. But don't be confused when I'm talking to people in the live stream or taking my time, because I just wanted to make sure this recording was also on YouTube, because, people have a better chance of seeing it that way. Alright, live stream people, you can feel free to give suggestions and things. I have an idea what I'm doing in my head, and I am doing creative mode for those of you who are gonna fuss at me. Uh, I'm not about to build scaffolding for all this crap. It's just it's not gonna happen. And I don't feel like building a lighthouse is in any way hindering my survival experience, since it's not going to be any sort of base of operations. Whereas the lodge, however, I built that from scratch. Yeah, suggestions, I was just kind of thinking, I guess I can give y'all a rundown of exactly what I have in my head, and then y'all can tell me what you think. How's that sound? Let me do this first ring. Do, 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 choo, do, choo, do, choo. I should probably text BrockNash and see if he wants to jump on here. I don't know where my phone is. Hmm. Alright, let's see. So what I'm thinking is, I really like this location. It's right by the Pirate Cove. It's, pretty close to the lodge. So it's central to our base, so I'm thinking Lighthouse right here. Why not? It's gonna act kind of like a fort, a beacon, whatever. And in order to do this, I don't want to build a straight down column. I also want it to be sitting on the plateau. So if you look right here, I'm going to have the wall come down at an angle, or a cone basically, a downwards pointing cone, so it'll connect into the mountainside. So you have this wall, it'll connect down, this wall will connect down, so it'll be like a cone coming. I'm want to use my hands to show you, but that's not going to work. So the cone shape comes down and sits. Um, Later on, I might, shoot some rock into here to make it look more sturdy, because it is kind of thin right now. But we'll see how it looks afterwards. But for now, that's what I'm thinking. And it's going to be all wood, possibly with a staircase going down to the bottom, so you can come up either with a staircase or a ladder. But it's going to be wood floor with glass going up about 5 to 8 high. And then either a flat roof with a uh, what the hell do you call the top of the castle? I don't know. I can't think of it right now. Like this. So the roof will be essentially like this is right here. Um, it'll keep the circular shape, but it will either have a giant torch on top, or just rampart, which is the word I was looking for, to just kind of defend and guard from. And I'm thinking the inside of it would have inside the glass would be maybe a 3 radius glowstone core. So that's what I'm thinking. Rage quit N plus? What's that? The N plus thing, I don't know. Rage quit, I know. I'm gonna see real quick if BrockNash is online and wants to come hang out. Okay. So, and I have a Skype message. Good lord. Da -da 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 -da. Cool. For the light, I put a huge ball of glass. Not bad. Lava idea. I was thinking just a core of the lightstone, just because I don't like having the lava really in places where it isn't natural, so you couldn't argue that it's still remaining lava. You know, it's just a weird thing of mine. Unless it was, if we did like a wizard spire or something like that, where I could argue, oh, it's magical, the lava won't harden, then I'm cool with it. I just get really caught up in the like canon and continuity of things like that. I think I'm gonna play some League of Legends later too. Would y'all want to watch that on the live stream? Bidding. And if y'all have iPhones, you need to get iOS 5, like right now. I guess I can also remember I can edit this afterwards to take away all my live streaming nonsense. Cool. Yeah, I've actually recorded like 5 League of Legends matches, and the first one I recorded, it was me and PBAT, and we did really well. Uh, personally, me and PBAT did, and our team was just awful, so we ended up losing. But me and him both had like 400 minion kills. We were just like destroying it, and I just had like an awesome Tiamat run. But I had gotten a new webcam, which I think Frictional Designs has seen me on the webcam when I first did the live stream test, and it's like I mean, it records 1080p, streams 720, so it's pretty intense. And when I first installed it, I didn't think about it. Fraps went ahead and made that my default recording device, and it's just not high quality audio. It's tiny microphone that's getting echoey sounds from the back of the wall and everything. So the whole match was with like me talking into wax paper, which really pissed me off, needless to say. So I had to scrap that match, and then I did some more matches, but I was having some weird issues. My ISP was just flat out crashing. So, long story short, and then also had like 2 matches that were just awful that no one would have enjoyed watching. So it was one of those kind of situations. But hopefully, the match I play will work out. Woo, text messages. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. Is the video quality still good? I don't remember if I set it down to try and fix it or not. Is it as good as it was before, or has it gone down? Because I can turn it back up if I accidentally turned it down. I was just trying to fix this stuff. It's kind of like Netflix, where it wants to buffer first, so you gotta let it kind of catch up with itself. Here, let me see if I need to put it back on HD. I really don't remember if I turned it down. Oh yeah, I did. And I hope it does it live. I hope I don't have to like close it out, And I am a little sick. I don't know if I sound sick. I stayed up for the whole night, I worked pretty much 10 hours all night long to try and get some work done. Throat got a little sore, blah blah blah. And be thinking about me putting a ladder down there or a staircase. If I do staircases, straight down, it'll be the same kind of staircase like in the lodge. And if y'all need to see that again to refresh your memory, let me know. I've been adding a lot of secrets to the map just because I like stuff like that. Yeah, do you guys want to see it real quick just to refresh your memory? It was some random ass staircase I saw in someone's videos. I don't remember who it was at all. I think I was dead asleep, and I was just like, that looks really cool. I need to remember that. So yeah, this is the lodge. It's not really like a ski lodge or anything, but it's the first thing you hit. And I was saying we need like a community center, lodge, just a gathering point. Um, has a deck fully in the round, the side yard, and all these are that dude on a unicycle, by the way. But I have the texture packs that are banners. But if you come around the side yard, then it's the main entrance to the pirate base. So if you go, in all this is temporary. This is just where we first, you know, set foot. Um, so there's this staircase. The fences are just for the bottom part to give it a little bit of structure. Probably take them out though, 'cause they kind of look, yeah, they look stupid, because they don't go anywhere else. We didn't increase the height as you go up enough to where you could have fences the whole way. You'll hit your head, but it's a cool design to where it really does. You lose a lot of space, but if you have the space, it's the best kind of spiral staircase just because of the patterning system. It's you have an L facing that way, an L facing that way, intersect the L, and then you're back at the same pattern again, where it's the L's connecting um, left to right, and then we'll have a huge storage room in here. Yada yada yada. I meant to fix that. I was experimenting with taking sunlight down, but it just didn't look good. Might I upgraded the server actually. I doubled the RAM on it. Um, but still, you get those lag spikes. But when you have a good computer, you can't tell you're lagging. You just think the game's messed up. So yeah, this staircase would be kind of cool going to the ground. Might be kind of weird. I don't know how it would look being enclosed. It'd be kind of cool, yeah, because you have a lot of air in it. So even if it had walls around it, you'd still feel comfortable because it has a really, you know, as long as you can see a lot, then it's still gonna be comfortable and not like claustrophobia. Yeah, I don't remember where and it's not the exact stair design that I had saw before, but it's really close. I think the next speed build is gonna be over here, by the way. And if y'all ever come on the server, make sure I remember to take y'all in here. I built a Hall of Monuments. I keep freaking forgetting to take people in there. It was the first mine I made. It was the mine I made to create the road. People keep thinking the whole server is made in creative mode, and it's not. So you can come on here and slap your name down. Excuse me. Slap your name down if you come on the server. But yeah, a lot of stuff on here is built by hand. It's just when you're recording, it's kind of if you're recording for the sole purposes of building, it's unless you've gathered all the resources off camera, then it's kind of a weird thing to all of a sudden have to gather resources just to build something. It's a weird dichotomy. I'm going to set today. The next speed build is going to be a secret. Is it playing and freezing for everybody else, or is it just for frictional? Because I think it's just probably internet speed, really, which sucks, but I can turn it back down if... Okay. Yeah, it's probably just your buffering speed, honestly. I don't know what to tell you. Because probably half the live streams I've watched have been super crummy quality, you know? Did I bugger that up? Interesting. That was incorrect. Well, I'm glad it's decent for you, man. I'll probably be doing a lot of these because I don't have the time to edit videos, so I usually don't record videos, but I play a lot of games still. It's just one of those things where, like if I'm playing League of Legends, for example, I don't feel like recording. If I have like 30 minutes, I don't want to take the time to record and commentate if I don't have a strong idea that I'm going to win, because then I don't really want to upload just a really shitty loss. You know, it's just no one's going to get entertainment out of that unless you hate me, but then why are you watching my videos? And so, you know, I'll take that 30 minutes and just, you know, have a little bit of fun and just chill out, you know, drink my Earl Grey. Yes, that's wrong. That's wrong too. Let me make sure I got these going right so far. I don't want to start over from the top. It gets really annoying. Essentially, the corners just have to match up. Cool. Okay. I don't know if I want it to be a cone or more of a teardrop, in which case I would have to, for example, there's what, 4 right here. So I could do 4, 2, 4, and it would give me a different kind of slope, you know? Or if I did like, it'd be more of a cone if I did that. But if I did like 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, then I would get that more like, you know, bowl shape instead. And why do people do sub for sub? Yeah, I don't know. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, the sub for sub thing I don't understand because as much as I want subscribers, I could really care less because as long as a few people really like my stuff, that's great, and if more people like it, that's great too. But I'm not gonna, you know, ask somebody who clearly doesn't watch my videos to subscribe to me just so I have that one subscriber and they're not actually watching my content. Because if you have like 4,000 subscribers and you're only getting 100 views per video, then you're doing something wrong. You know, like that's just misleading and confusing. So that's what I always tell people when they ask me that is, hey man, sorry, but if I'm not, you know, you can send me a video and I'll watch it. I'll always watch it. I've never not watched a video someone sent me, you know, for critique or, hey man, I generally want your opinion or hope you like my stuff, blah blah blah. Always watch it just because I might like it, you know, who knows. But yeah, the whole like sub for sub thing just makes no sense. Yeah, and sometimes people just want to see how you do later on and they'll subscribe to you and just, you know, to keep an eye on you, which happened to me a lot, especially when I first started. Okay. I'm just going to take out some of the dirt just because you wouldn't let dirt hold up your fort. How'd you guys like the village speed build? And the crowd says it was awesome. Yeah, I think I'll do, so I got like 4, 3, I'll probably do one or two more threes and then twos and ones. A speed art suggestion, huh? What do you think, guys? What should frictional do for speed art? I mean, my favorite kind of speed art and I can't think of the word. Like concept art is like science fiction stuff. So space marines and hot chicks with laser guns and robots, spaceships. That's my favorite kind of stuff. Also fantasy stuff like conceptual fantasy drawings, like concept art for like Guild Wars, that kind of stuff. And just so you guys are thinking about it, I'm gonna hold a contest very soon, and I believe it's gonna be based around like a building contest. So I don't know yet if it's gonna be like build me a castle or just show me what you've built kind of contest. But if there's something really cool you've built, you might want to go ahead and have that on hand. Um, you can make a video tour of it if you wanted to, or a photo tour, or if absolutely it came down to it, I could tour it and make a video to make to put into the video compilation. Um, but I'm going to be um, so yeah, just keep in mind that there is going to be the contest, and I don't know yet if I'm going to give an assignment or a topic or an idea, or if I'm just going to say show me what you've built, and then for I mean that'd be the qualifying, and then the final decision will be you know build a castle, blah blah blah. Was that Japanese? Suwagoe? And I gave a suggestion just saying my favorite kind of speed art is like science fiction drawings or like fantasy concept drawings. Yeah. Let's see. How did you guys hear about the live stream? Was it through YouTube, Facebook, Twitter? I'm just kind of curious what's working out the best so far. Facebook. Okay. Okay. I'm glad the bulletin actually worked. I posted a few bulletins before, not with much response to them. My flying noises add to the experience, I'm sure. What about the lighthouse? Oh, sorry, I see. Cami Top, I'm, yeah, building a lighthouse. I thought you were still suggesting me to build a lighthouse. And I was like, dude, come on. I was like, we're a little past that phase now. I want a 1980s arcade right now. Oh, wait. Aha. Did y'all see what I did wrong? As it stands now, it's tiering only into, it's actually making more of a pyramid than a cone. Uh, I'm building a lighthouse. See, I didn't take these edges. See, if I would have done this, that was what I was thinking about doing, to where it tiers in. I didn't do that though, so what do y'all think? Do you like it as it stands, where it's not connular, it's more pyramid? What do y'all think? I mean, it's definitely a distinct shape. It's just not what I had in my head, but it's not what I had in my head, you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's not wrong, it's just like I looked at it for a second, I was like, what just happened? Now I'm gonna do the one by ones so it doesn't go too far down anymore. So do y'all like the building videos? I haven't really done too many of them. You know, the speed builds I'm not really counting. I do a whole lot of building, and I get mixed reviews. So okay, because I mean I'm a designer. It's my favorite part about Minecraft. Oh, see. Hmm. Hmm. Goodbye. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. Yeah, cool. Thank you very much, friend. I'll do some cleanup, like for example, this isn't working for me. I leave it pretty much natural though, in most places. It's just sometimes it's like that was just creating a weird tangent. It looked like a mistake. But see how cool it is that you have that kind of pyramid connular design that flows down to that little down drop. It just looks like someone came here and said, you know, we need a lighthouse. Stat. Okay, so I guess that's it for the base. Apparently I have 2,496. Last time I checked I had 2,460. Interesting, interesting. I'll throw some torches down there just for a little bit because I'm gonna, you know, floor it off. And I think I'll put archery windows in, so you know, like I'll do this kind of routine. So you'll have these little archery windows down here. I might put bars or something. Hello, McCar98, if that's your real name. Thanks, Wolf. I'm sure Frictional's ban hammer is twitching right now. I wouldn't suspect I'd get all the trolls like the creature talk would or anything like that. See this? The random lag from the server can be kind of funny sometimes. Sometimes it only affects the removal or the placement and not the other. So you'll just be like, what the hell? Ba-da-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Do-dum, do-dum, do-do-do-do-dum. I'm assuming y'all can hear the Minecraft sounds, correct? Oh, you can't hear the Minecraft sounds? Okay, hold on. Eh? Hmm. It's not laggy for everyone else, right? Just the newcomers. Alrighty. So yeah, and I've had a few people asking why we're not decorating the insides of a lot of things. It's because I want to leave that for the people who thoroughly enjoy doing that. I like it just fine, but I prefer the architecture far more than the interior design. Unless the interior design is, structural and rooms and such. Yeah, this is my server, Makar. Let's see, now do we do panes or blocks? Hmm. 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 We'll try panes for now. Yeah, this is my private server. I do join people's servers quite often, so you can always send me your IP if you have your own server. Do 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 do. I hate the hitboxes and the glass panes. Okay, that's not right. What? Oh, okay. That seemed really wrong. As much as I want to see the sunset, I rather y'all be able to see what I'm doing. Ba-da-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Alright, we're done. Thanks, guys. That's all, folks. God, this is where it gets so freaking hard. I hate it, man. Cause it's on like the weird like. It's just, I hate it. See? It's awful. Mm-hmm. Jesus. And that's the reason I love them is because they're 1/10, but it's a huge problem. I wish they'd go ahead and make fence posts, you know, the quarter of a block or whatever the hell they are. That way you can put them in water and they look like ass. This is gonna take forever. At least we got piano music. Because the way iron bars work is perfect in terms of the sides, which is the only thing that matters, because the iron bars are like the glass panes where you can run up into them, and also on the sides they also don't clip. So the iron bars and glass panes, you know, you can do this, and that little bit right there, you can actually walk into that, whereas that with fence is like over here basically, and you have to like, you end up having just one block to walk through instead of 2 blocks, because it's 1 block, half block, half block. So it's kind of like, guys, you already made it with this. Can you not just fix the fences? Like, really? Because the fence is 1.5 tall, which is fine. Go ahead and do that, but fix the damn sides, man. Jeez. It would add so much to the architecture of the game. It'd be insane. Consider that my angry letter. And another hard part about placing these is that you can place them on the sides of things, whereas with a fence you can just run through and go and it just places it on top. Because you can only stack them, which is annoying, but it helps with placing them. Do I love you? I'm glad that you guys are subscribed. I'm not a very, I don't know, sentimental person. Is that your server? Makar, is that your server? You'll answer me? Okay, but I mean, it's the server you play on is what I meant. You should email it to me or something. Either email it to me or put it on YouTube. Like, message me on YouTube, because, I'm not gonna write that down. It's a lot easier for me just to copy and paste it from YouTube when I'm feeling like checking somebody out. Gotta turn that music down. I fear for the YouTube recording it's gonna be crazy, crazy loud. Eh. Yeah, it's just algolgaming@gmail.com. I have a full Google account, so I have Google Plus and all that stuff. So Algol Gaming has a full Google presence. Or you can just send it to my YouTube. I do check it all the time. Just title the email like my server IP, something like that. That was like 2 months ago. Google Plus has been public for a while. I say it in my videos a lot actually, telling people to get off their asses and make Google Plus accounts. It just makes browsing Google better, in fact, because it just knows what you want to see and it knows who your friends are, and it just helps you like find stuff. Blah blah blah. No, it's Google Plus is just an enhanced Google, so it's just algolgaming@gmail.com. Google Plus is just enhancing the features. Devil magic. Brock said he was gonna try and get on. He must be getting back from work still, or might be hanging out with his girlfriend. I turned off that damn saving message. How do I know PBet? Just from talking to him on YouTube. Sent him a message, and he asked us to do his background, and we just started talking and playing games. I wonder if this is gonna be easier somehow. Not at all. Let's see. I think 5 tall might be good enough. And the question is, do I do a flat roof, a cone or dome roof, or a slightly modular one where it goes up, 1, 1, 2 over 1, 2, or so it kind of makes a gradual dome. Cause I didn't want it to be like much of a tower, Because I don't want it to stick crazy high, so it wouldn't be more than 10 blocks, the absolute max. It probably end up being more like 5 blocks tall. Alright, man, cool. Alright, so let's see how... Let's just try this and see how it turns out. Yeah. Yep. This might take couple tries. We'll see. You mean how long am I gonna be streaming, or how long until I change games? Or do you mean how long do I plan to do it in the career of streaming? Yeah, that's the pirate base. Have you not seen the pirate base speed build? Yeah, it still needs a lot of work, but we got the majority of it done. It's just so many details that you need to put in, like windows, and I have floors inside the tower I made, but you know, if you want windows, you gotta decide what kind of windows do you want. There's just all these different kind of things. The houses are empty, and you know, the one I made has rooms, the other ones don't. You just gotta kind of decide, you know, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and we haven't done that. Okay. I'm just gonna see how this looks for now. That right there, that is we weren't using creative mode when we did this, we were just doing it legit. So that was the camera stand that PBAT had his second account on for the recording. Since so many people were arguing and accusing us of using creative mode for the pirate base, we just went ahead and used it for the village. There's some animal down there stomping around. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'll show y'all what we've been working on. Still not sure if I want to show all the secrets yet. Might wait to do a full tour for that. There's a lot of stuff to show. The stronghold, we're just waiting to, you know, once we get a lot of stuff going, we're going to just, you know, like when we have people on here, we'll all go to the stronghold together and just, you know, play on it. We're not going to go just 3 people or whatever. It'd be kind of a waste, in my opinion. It'd be more fun as an inaugural breaking out the full server kind of thing. By secrets, I mean just the things that we've made. There's a few things that very few people have seen. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I'll do it like that. My favorite video game. Of of all time? You know, just flat out all time? Are we talking currently or what? All time. That's a tough call. I'd probably have to say Ultima Online, just because it was so damn revolutionary. The Elder Scrolls is my favorite series, though. If you had to say, like, for example, if you were on a desert island, what game would you want to have? It'd be, well, now Skyrim, but it would be, any of the Elder Scrolls games, Morrowind or Oblivion. But Ultima Online was just revolutionary. Do 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 do. All right, man. I don't know if I'll be able to check it out tonight, but if I don't check it out soon, remind me and I will check it out. Cause I do always check out people's Minecraft and Terraria servers if they want me to. I like seeing what people have built and what they do. It's always fun. Super Mario World, like the old ones. Because if you're asking if a 20-40-year-old gamer has played Super Mario World, I hope you know the answer is yes. I remember going and buying Super Nintendo. Yeah, I was a huge console gamer for a very long time. Then I finally got my first really good PC in middle school. That was pretty much it from there. I do have a 360, but I never play it anymore. Because I have a badass PC and it's way better than console gaming. Primarily the reason. I just use it for Netflix now, really. There's just no reason. Every now and then, when the new console comes out, they'll be really good, and you'll be like, well, they're actually putting up fair competition with modern PCs. And even though within a year they're still outdated, they have some kind of unique technology to them. So, like when 360 first came out, they weren't even utilizing the console in any way to its fullest potential, but it was still, the games are so unique for it, it was worth playing. But like at this point in the 360 career, it's like, okay, well, nothing's really changed in however many years, so no thanks. All you gotta do is go buy a nice computer. If you guys want a pretty good site for custom computers, it's cyberpowerpc.com. That's where I've gotten my last two computers from. Yeah, but the thing about a decent computer, even though it costs more than an Xbox, is it's better than an Xbox. Is that right? Yeah, that's right, isn't it? That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. What the hell? Ah, yeah, I've bought all of my computers, so. Yeah, I've been building and buying my own computers since I was like 12. Going good. That's looking better. Okay. I don't know how I keep messing that up. It's confusing me. I just save my money. I'm very good with money. I'll type it in. It's cyberpowerpc.com. It's all custom rigs, and people complain about them for some reason. I don't know why. I have two computers for them, and they're both working right now within 5 feet of me. And the thing is, they do have like a limited warranty because they're not a huge corporation. So, you have what, a year or 2 years of warranty, which in all honesty, if a computer part is going to fail, it's going to fail pretty quickly unless you just put wear and tear on it. So, that's really not too big a deal. But, they have crazy sales. You should need to check for their sales because they're just insane. If you want to, get an awesome machine, get an i7 processor. If you just want a good machine for your money, get a i5. Let me check real quick. I'd rather check a little bit later, but I'll check real quick for you. Let's see. It has liquid cooling and a few things like that. I've never trusted liquid cooling because when I first got into the whole gig of building computers, liquid cooling was really sketchy. Hoses would break and spray goo all over your processor and fry your computer. But, a lot of people use it now, so it's apparently safe. It's just one of those things to keep in mind. But tons of people use it. And the thing is, if you have a nice case, you don't need liquid cooling unless you overclock the hell out of your processor. I have an i7 that never goes above like 10%, and it works for me, man. A year's worth of what? It's cut off for me or something. Oh. Yeah, that's... What kind of work do you do? Is that like chores or something? Because you need a raise, man. I was just kind of eyeballing that. Did I actually get that right my first go? I was just coming down here to see what I had to fix, and it actually looks pretty correct. Let's see. I don't know what the hell I have to do here to fix this. Guess come out here. Zombies are in my basement. Hooping and hollering. Do 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 do. This doesn't seem right, but I'm just gonna do this for now. What? This one has 3, 3. Is this just not? What? Something terribly wrong has happened in my measurements or something. Corner, 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 straight. Corner, corner, corner. What? I don't know what's happened. How is this side just flat, flat, and then over here it's flat, 2. Like, what the hell happened? Have that one knob right there. I'm quite intrigued by this. Somewhere there's a huge flaw. Actually, yes. This is part of it right here. Well, I am a designer. I was going to go to school for architecture, but I didn't feel like ever dealing with numbers, so I became a graphic designer instead. This should fix it. What the hell? Lag, you funny beast. What the hell? $70 a month. Wow, yeah, I won't even talk about the money I make. It's a little different. When you get older, man, when you get older. Okay. Okay, okay. See, I found all the problems. I knew it would be obvious once I figured it out. Yeah, see? Okay, fixed. That was really freaking confusing, though. Don't want to fight? No. I'll just pay somebody to beat you up. I just sat on my headset cord and about yanked my spine out of its socket. Somebody's sneaking in on my live stream. I know where you are. I'm 24. I'm thinking a pretty modest size light core. What are y'all thinking? I'm just going to go ahead and just fill this in, see how this looks real quick. Might need to be a little bit bigger because it makes a square when I do this, which is kind of stupid looking. I mean, it'd go all the way to the roof though, so don't get me wrong on that part. Yeah, I'm not feeling the square. So what if I bring that out one, bring that out one, bring that out one, bring that out one. I get a full square, and if I do this, and if I do this, and I do this, a little better. I'll go like, what the hell? I'll go like this, maybe. Cause I don't want to make it too big, you know. Yeah, I've thought about doing like an adventure map or something. I don't have the time, really. Or should I do something like this? That's probably gonna be the best way to go, huh? Bastards. Yeah, that looks better, don't you think? Now then. Inside of this, I couldn't fit the spiral staircase that I had in the lodge, I don't think. Just because it would need to be boxed out all the way. I couldn't have any corners cut. I don't think. I could do, you know, obviously an easy, you know, I could do a staircase, you know, inside of this space right here, easily. It'd be really tight, but that is how most lighthouses are. Or I can just do it where you enter in right here, and, you know, boom, boom, boom. There's just a ladder that goes up to a trapdoor on top, which kind of gives it that very, like, I'm in the Navy, there's just ladders everywhere because we have no space. What do you guys think? Kind of leaning towards the column in the center with a ladder on it. Alrighty. I don't know why it's cutting off part of my chat. I'm gonna open it up some. Okay. Yeah, I never blow up my buildings. The very worst I would do would be just make a new world. I was a kid who never took apart his Legos when he made them. And by never, I mean they're still sitting upstairs, never taken apart, and I'm 24. That is a pretty epic cone of light, if I do say so myself. Okay. And I want to keep this open. But how can I do that? Because to have the trapdoor, you have to have a block up here. So I'll go ahead and do that. And the question is, do I go ahead and open this up all the way? Let's just see how it looks. Because I'd like to be able to get the natural light down into the bottom floor if possible. Let's just see what we're dealing with here. I hate that trapdoors can only go on a block. God, it's so annoying. Makes me so mad. It makes no sense. It should be able to go flush on the floor. Stupid. See? See how dumb that is? So in order to make it not crazy, I could mimic it. You can't put ladders on Lightstone, can you? Oh. What the hell with this thing? It looks better having, you know, the solid surface behind it. But the hell with that. Messes up my silhouette from the ocean. Nice, man. Cool. And if you want to build like me, you just gotta be into Legos, man. That's all I can tell you. Let's try this. Y'all tell me how you like this. I'm thinking this is gonna be a win. Ooh, can you even get into that though? We'll see. Maybe cooler that way. How's that look, team? I'm liking it. Because see, now you wouldn't know there was a trapdoor there, whereas if there was just that one damn block, it'd look ugly as hell. And we got a BrockNash. Hold on, guys. He's not on Skype. That offline. I am on the line. BrockNash says good evening, everyone. Is that a good impersonation? What? Let's try this. I did that, and I thought it would capture all my audio, because Fraps does, it captures app audio and speaker audio, or it captures speaker audio and mic audio.
Yeah, like all audio being processed.
Yeah, so I don't know how the hell to do that in this thingy. I actually kind of like this big open door. I don't know what you guys think. I obviously want at least maybe one rim at the top or something. Or we could do this. This might be cool.
So from my understanding, Dub Dino is similar to Fraps?
Could be, could be. But is the doorway too tall? Do we lower it down one? And in that case, do we then put a block? Or do we do this? I did not say to do that, jackass. There we go. That's it, right? And just for a final check to make sure this won't look better. Son of a bitch. I think it's too low now. But I liked it. Or that. That looks good right there. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. Aww. It's the best lighthouse ever. I'm gonna light your ship's path. Pokemon. Nope. It is a stumpy little thing, but it's not going anywhere. Let's see how it looks from the yonder far. Epic adventure music. You better believe there's cool looking islands. This is where adventure lays. Cool. Alright. Naturally. God, what was it? 2,000? Damn it. 1,200? No, it was
12,000.
Yeah, 12,000. Hello, cows. Floating islands of a magical place. Come on, nighttime. Or was it 24,000 for actual night? Nope. There we go. To victory! I say, yo, man.
You gotta pay for Dub Dino?
You get it for free from Twitch for a little while. You freaked me out in the sky, by the way.
Where the hell are you?
I just saw like scorpion in the sky. I was like, and from the actual ship eye, that looks awesome, man. Come down here.
Ooh.
That looks really cool.
Oh, we ain't crashing now.
What you think, team? Yeah, when me and Brock first made this world, we were just like, pirate base, lighthouse, go. To adventure, whoa, okay, you can fly mode in the boat. Or something, I just like whiz like 100 miles an hour. Okay. Da 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 da. Thanks for coming and watching, Cammy Top. Good night. Da 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 da. To the pirate base. There's a lighthouse there. That's super cool, man. I think the shape came out perfect on the bottom. it's a little misleading on from a bird's eye view, but from down below it's amazing. Get me out of this thing. Da 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 da. Doosh, doosh. How does it look at nighttime, guys? Can y'all still see okay, or is it like super contrasty and grainy? Hello, Vinacrin. Vinarchinkrin.
It's pretty grainy, man.
Is it? Then I'll do this. This is my server. Give it a second, guys. It should buffer up for you. Because it doesn't buffer at first because it wants to make sure you see all the content that's actually happening